how beautiful the fountain looks like. Water pouring out. Few days ago, this place was not like this. But today, the 11th of November, 2021, it is a great sign that November parliamentary session is starting today. The President of the National Assembly, the Right Honorable Cameroonians Jibril, just made his entrance a few minutes ago into this environment. Parliamentarians have entered the hall in their numbers. Vehicles are full in this environment. Keep us watching Focus Africa, your program, Parliamentary Insights. The November 2011 session of the National Assembly has just been opened by the Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, Cameroonians Jibril. During his opening session in front of the parliamentarians, many of them know it is a tight session, and they have this to say.
It touched the lives of all the Cameroonians, all the aspects, the social, the economic, and the political life of Cameroon. The president made mention of the peace and thanked the head of state so much for the effort, sending the prime minister right to the field to meet these children and talk peace. I think we have used the language of love on these children. We have used everything on them. And now coming back to the aspect of politics, we are looking at what it takes for the country to see 2022 moves well. At the level of the budget, let me tell you, it's a very tight session. Tight in that budget, we'll examine the budget carefully, ministry by ministry. But let me tell you, the budget is a projection, like I told you yesterday. So projection is a period, everything we will put together for us to go through.
But when I listened to the speech of the President of the National Assembly, there were 5 cardinal points he mentioned. In fact, the first one, and one on which he laid a lot of emphasis, had to do with the CAN 2001 and the preparations and all efforts that the President of the Republic has put in place to ensure that the CAN takes place very well. The second thing I listened and followed very keenly has to do with the internal and external debt of the country. Some emphasis were laid on that, and he was also trying to see the extent to which we can work together, work in synergy to ensure that those things are taken care of. The third thing that wasn't mentioned there, but that has been a real turning problem to all of us.
It's just a summary of all what has taken place in the year. He talked about national dialogue, and he talked about, especially what's talking most is the view that we are preparing to receive 24 nations, the AFCOM. You know, you don't wash your public lenience when you have strangers. It is called for all Cameroonians to unite so that we receive the strangers, Cameroon being a very Africa in miniature, so that they should feel that they are in this country, so keep our differences and welcome them here in Cameroon.
From the President's speech, you understand that this is the 3rd ordinary session of 2021, and it's a very important and decisive session for our country, Cameroon, since we shall be debating and deliberating on budgetary allocations for the various ministries. So it's going to be a very busy time for honorable members of parliament to study the bills that will be tabled from the various ministries. Thank you.
It was right here that the Right Honorable Cameroonians Jibril, the Speaker of the National Assembly, opened the November session in the presence of diplomatic corps, members of governments and the parliamentarians. The Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly made mentions of insecurity and the African Nations Cup that is to take place in Cameroon. Let's get what he said. Watch Focus Media.
quelques encablures du démarrage de la phase finale de la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. La canne Total Énergie 2021, que le Cameroun accueille le 9 janvier au 6 février 2022. Une compétition qui se jouera pour la première fois avec 24 équipes au lieu de 16 comme avant. Sur très haute instruction du président de la République, son Excellence Paul Biya, des centres ont été effectués sur le terrain afin de procéder à l'évaluation des préparatifs. Les conclusions de ces descentes sont plutôt rassurantes, qu'il s'agisse des infrastructures sportives, hôtelières, sanitaires et aéroportuaires, en qualité et en quantité. Le Cameroun est prêt à accueillir et en toute sérénité la compétition à venir. La canne Total Énergie 2021 est un élément qui vient flatter notre orgueil. Contrairement à certains pays où les principaux investissements du même genre sont centrés à la capitale, le Cameroun a su procéder à une déconcentration des infrastructures en les répartissant dans différentes localités. Le pays apparaît à cet effet comme un modèle de développement équilibré de son territoire. Aussi, l'essentiel de la compétition se déroulera à Yaoundé, Douala, Bafoussam, Limbe et Garo, Bafang, Boya, Bana et Bangou abriteront des stades d'entraînement prêts à accueillir la jeunesse africaine de 24 pays. S'il est une attente qui me vient à l'esprit à l'instant, c'est bien, bel et bien la mise en œuvre des résolutions du grand dialogue national tenu à Yaoundé du 30 septembre au 4 octobre 2019. À cet effet, je voudrais saluer la présence descente sur le terrain du Premier ministre chef du gouvernement dans les régions du Nord-Ouest et du Sud-Ouest. Au-delà, avec les populations, cette descente était également porteuse de la constante offre de paix du président de la République, son Excellence Paul Biya. Elle marquait une fois de plus la profonde détermination du chef de l'État, véritable mendiant de la paix, à parvenir effectivement à la stabilisation de la situation dans les régions du Nord-Ouest et du Sud-Ouest. Comme à l'accoutumée, la représentation nationale souscrit entièrement à cette initiative et soutient sans réserve les efforts du président de la République pour un retour effectif dans la paix dans les deux régions.
For the next 29 days, lawmakers and ministers will be running up the stairs to defend the budgets as well as debating on the various ministerial budgets before it is being voted. Focus Media Africa, your program, the Parliamentary Insights, continues to the end of the November session. Goodbye.